Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 6 Week 6 Day 2. So today of course we got ourselves some Hall of Guardians faction, as well as we're going to be messing around with the World event. Didn't really have much time to touch on it much yesterday. However, since we haven't even started a single battle on it yet and we ended up buying a little bit further, should be able to get quite a decent amount of battles into it. Since, of course, it is beneficial to buy up to tier 4. It does cost 500 gems. However, it'll be even easier for your guild to get the objectives done, if not already. As well as the weapon. Of course, you can get this in Soulforge if you want, and it is ideal to get it before the end this week, either through the World event or through the Soulforge, just because it is cheaper to get it this week than any time going forward. So, good time to consider. Otherwise, it is a pretty useless weapon. You're never actually going to be using this weapon. It's mostly just to have it for the sake of having it. But, yeah, 500 gems through the event or the Soulforge, both locations. And you can easily get the resources through it throughout the week through Soulforge to end up getting it. We do have 10 gems and some yellow deeds today. Unfortunately, no Imperials to go with it, which is kind of sad. And I didn't get anything lucky on the daily deals, which generally we won't. Hopefully we'll get something better off the orbs, if nothing else. But anyways, from the faction event, of course. But anyways, hello, Mister. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Bill. Hello, Michael. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Roman. Hello, Sushi. Hello, Tyron. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. But yeah, the I didn't actually get to catch a stream, but I did end up hearing that Salty's going to be leaving Infinity Plus 2. She might still be doing things for them like ever so occasionally, but yeah, she won't be like full-time employed there at the moment. I know for Puzzle Quest 3, there's someone who's kind of going to be replacing her role already. However, I'm not sure who they're doing for Gems of War, because if I'm not mistaken, the person that they're using for Puzzle Quest 3 is not doing anything for Gems of War specifically, or I haven't seen them around the Gems of War forums or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not sure who their replacement's going to be. But yeah, Salty's leaving them in about a week, did she say? I think it was like the end of this month or something. Until she's gone. Let's see who I was not said hello to. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, I think there's everyone else. Let's see, the clip above you made, Isabel posted above. Wait, what? Oh, it was clipped from Twitch? Wait, what did she end up saying? How long is this clip? Let's see. She's leaving. But yeah, she's leaving then. Still doing like part-time stuff for them, but pretty much just leaving. Oh, curious to see who they're going to replace her with then. Someone say I should go apply for the role. I don't think they do anyone like out of house. So unless you're like in Australia, specifically there, pretty sure you wouldn't be able to get the role. That would be kind of funny. But no, there's no way we could from the United States. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Logic Slayer. And there's no way I'm moving to Australia, that's for sure. Hello, Bishka. Welcome, welcome. Anyways. So, let's go and we'll start with the World event, might as well. Should be a pretty easy World event. We do have access to the Guard's Avatar build. And if you do want to pick up a Guard's Avatar, this is one of the few weeks where it is possible to. In the event key drop table, he is one of the drops. Do keep in mind there are 2 different mythics, and the drop chance is nearly 0. However, if you open a few thousand event keys, you're generally going to be getting both of them, you know, Archdiva and this one. Or if you get lucky, you might be able to do it within about 1,000 or less. But, yeah, there are 2 mythics in the drop table. He is one of them. And otherwise, you might want to wait till he rotates around into Soulforge and save your 4,000 diamonds for when he rolls around. But, yeah, overall, really great troop to have. I feel like this last year I've been using him way more as well compared to in the past. Mostly because ever since Sir Quentin Hadley, though Sir Quentin Hadley's been out for a little bit longer than a year, but ever since Sir Quentin Hadley, Guard's Avatar has definitely been a bit more viable. Oh, that was when we were messing around with the new Nutcracker. Gosh, have we not changed our team since then? That was like last December? That was like 9 months ago. That was a while. But anyways, We're gonna be doing this. I believe we actually were able to use this team last week as well for last Tuesday. But hey, if it still works, no need to change out of it. Oh, I could tell right away that we were forgetting Potion. Let me go get that. And of course, one nice thing about Guard's Avatar 2 that makes us even better this week, he has 20% bonus stats. Okay, so let's go give him a chant. Oh, we got a Genie Lamp, nice. Not the best drop, second best drop though, still really good. Of course, we're not doing it for the treasure. Hello, Poing! Hello, Bushka, welcome, welcome. Do you want our last Fight Club to be against us? Well, she's still doing one more stream. I believe it's on the 26th, 22nd? I should probably know that date. I think it was 22nd is going to be her very last stream that she's going to be doing. That Wednesday. Yeah, I haven't been catching them lately. I'll definitely need to stop by. Oh yeah, we'll go and make sure to catch her stream then for the final one. For the 22nd. Definitely will need to. But yeah, it kind of slipped my mind last night. I keep getting preoccupied with stuff like right after the stream. And then by the time I realize, it's like, oh, it's almost midnight. And it's like, oh yeah, she just did her stream, didn't she? That's happened a lot lately. Just because there's normally a few things I do like as soon as the stream ends, and then it sidetracks me long enough that it's, because I'll like try to fill that like small amount of time between my stream and her stream, and then in that time I get so sidetracked that by the time I realize what time it is, it's like, oh yeah, it's past that time already. Is Salty quitting? I'm not sure exactly what it is. I believe she might have found other work somewheres. And also she got into a relationship like a year or two ago, and that's probably some amount of factor. Because they might be moving, or they might be reprioritizing stuff. Because I believe they've been living together for like 2 years, assuming they're still together. I assume they are. So it's probably higher priority at the moment. Your new goal is to have Tacit say hello to me twice at the start of the stream. Have I not accidentally said it? Your name is different enough that I normally remember it whenever it happens, Defiant. But yeah, I sometimes say hi to some people twice very quickly. Because I'll read their name once and then I'll end up mentioning it again. There's a few names that stand out enough that I always make sure, or not always make sure, but you know, I generally don't end up repeating it twice on accident, but there are a few that I do end up doing. Oh, so hello, Jamie. Welcome. I think it's the icons, too, that kind of do it, too. Like all the ones that we have as mods. Because seeing that icon, it makes it more noticeable. That's someone different. Hey, she did find new employment for a different game company. Okay, that makes sense. I wonder which. Oh, she said she might end up announcing at her last stream. Interesting. I'm kind of curious what company might end up picking her up. Can I say hello to you? Hello, William Walter. Bill's other account. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to catch her last stream. Is she streaming on Monday as well, or is it just Wednesday next week? Because I don't believe she's doing Wednesday this week, oddly enough. Just next week. Two hellos, mission accomplished. Yeah, that's the easiest way. Second account. I'll have to say hello to both. You should always say last when the stream ends. Oh no, we don't have a last competition. Which is kind of a good thing. Let's see, I'll take the brown over. Oh, this Wednesday and next Monday are both holidays? Oh, okay. What holidays are they? Is it an Australia thing, or is it just a holiday that I'm not aware of? I don't keep track of holidays much these days. Mostly because most of my schedule is completely unaffected by most holidays, other than like the really major ones. Oh no, potion glitch! Please fix it already! That better be fixed the next patch. I don't see why it wouldn't be though. It's gonna be like, I really hope this doesn't start happening with every power gem though. Like there's gonna be a major glitch with every single one, and then like the second to last week of the campaign when the patch finally comes around, it's actually gonna get patched. But then every single time for like 4/5 the campaign, it's just gonna be glitched. It happened with lycanthropy, and now it's happening with potions. It's not too big a deal. It definitely is in Guild Wars, though. But then again, maybe not as much in Guild Wars. It's mostly annoying in the potion events, actually. Because it only occurs when, or that particular witch. There's another one with it. But the main one that keeps occurring most often, is the, when you have explosion at start of battle, specifically off of one of the Sin Mirage troops or potion effects, and it ends up exploding a potion, it'll end up giving the enemy 2 turns, which is very bad. I forgot, we don't have explosions right now. What even did it then? Were we up against the Sin Mirage battle? We must have been. Yeah, the AI trying to get a double turn on us. What's funny is it could be any 2 combination of turns too, like it takes something off the board and cast, or double take something off the board. It doesn't just do one or the other. And sometimes even double cast, which is really funny. Now, why stop now with broken power gems? I know, right? Keep up tradition. And make every power gem have some kind of major glitch every single season. As is tradition now. It's not too bad, though. The one on lycanthropy was way worse. Do you want to join in on a bit of a legendary task poker? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Also, that reminds me, have I not even donated gold yet? I should probably go do that. I was going to, like, on Monday night while I was recording the thing, but everyone in the guild kept donating, which made me unable to donate, and then I completely forgot to donate, because generally if I do it, I'm doing it, like, right before the Monday video when we get it recorded. And, yeah, I have donated 0. Dortero has also donated 0. I'll fix that. There we go. Alright, we'll go to 2 of them. Let's see, where are we at? What do we get? We got, actually, let's claim all at once, see what we get in combination. We got 4 glory keys, 9 gem keys, 1 event key, and 850 glory for 2 million gold. That's a lot of gold. But, of course, everyone in the guild gets it, not just us. So that might seem like a lot for those resources. But if you divide that by 30, I don't know, what's 2 million divided by 30? Math. Isn't that like, 30,000? Is that 30,000 or 300,000? No, I think that's only 30,000, right? That's not too bad. We got all those resources for basically 30,000 gold indirectly. Because if you count, like, assuming every single person in our guild's doing about that much gold, and you break it up that way, then we effectively spent about 30,000 to get those resources. Technically, kind of. I generally don't farm gold that much, though, these days. If we're gonna power grind, we normally save it for the vault event, which is right around the corner, not this weekend, but next week's weekend. This weekend's Bounty Hunter, next weekend is vault event. I'll definitely be grinding that up. Also, this will be the moment of truth on if it gets nerfed 3 times in a row. I really hope they don't end up tweaking it. But something says they will. We'll find out, though. If they don't tweak it this time, I feel like they're finally gonna leave it be. And finally just let it stay as it is. But if they nerf it again, then, oh gosh. We'll find out. I don't feel like they will. But we'll see what happens. Yes, theoretically, we could go do 16 more legendary tasks. That's definitely not happening, though. I always like keeping at least 10 million on reserve. A little bit of extra, I think, was from the very first Nomapalooza when it was, like, super ridiculously broken. I'm pretty sure is where we got the lead on gold. Back when it was over the top broken as far as how much resources you ended up getting. Because they didn't have the nerf rate to the smaller resources. Which even with 0 of those smaller resources, the loot that you get from it's still amazing. So I'm nerfing that down isn't too big a deal. However, it did make it so we didn't get infinite everything, which is unfortunate. Though obviously kind of a given that they would. Still don't understand how they released it so broken though. Like it went through beta testing. I haven't done any of the beta tests for like a year and a half now. I feel like I should start again. Though they don't end up implementing a lot of the changes that end up getting mentioned during the beta tests. Which has kind of discouraged me from ever like bothering with them. Because you'll go like mention like 10 things that are all wrong with it. And you'll be lucky if they do like 1 or 2 of them. And they'll do like the least consequential 2 of what you probably mentioned. Let's see, we'll take that over. They still, to this day, have not fixed the problem that factions have. That were mentioned in beta before it even started. The fact that level 500 factions aren't worth doing. Or, you know, in the sense of repeating them. Not in the sense of getting there, but specifically repeating them for loot. And that still has not been addressed to this day. The closest they got was having those level 50 things, but even those aren't as good as the level 20 camping. And they needed to buff it? Buff what? The Vault event? Or something else? Let's see. We'll take that down. Use Hiking Iron Gut. Also, hello, David. Use Hiking Iron Gut, Mountain Crusher, Angry Mob, and Keeper of Souls. Titan pretty quick. Yeah, Keeper of Souls. Definitely a troop that's not used too often, but it's actually pretty good. It's a great way to learn skull spamming troops, especially back in the day when it was one of the only few options, but even still to this day, it has one of the most controlled skull spams within the game, which makes it really good for messing around with skull spam, especially initially as you're progressing through the game. There are things that end up ultimately getting a little bit stronger than it over time, but it can definitely end up working. Yeah, Angry Mob is basically like the Thrall of mana accumulation as well. He works very similarly. He also has backup resummon, which is pretty convenient with skull spam teams, because if something dies, you have a backup resummon. I don't know, I'm kind of fine with where Nomapalooza is right now. I do wish you got a little bit more resources during the duration of a Nomapalooza. Not in the sense of more vault keys, but, you know, of the other, you know, solid resources like gold, souls, stuff like that, because they did pretty heavily nerf those. But as far as overall loot, the rate is so much higher compared to what it was prior to Nomapalooza. To a degree that I don't think they're ever going to buff it. If anything, it's in question of if they're going to be doing another nerf. Which I hope they don't. Like, if it just stays as is, I think it'll be fine. Because the most curious thing on if they will touch is the vault key drop rate. Because it's still possible to get hundreds of vault keys. Which I guess is kind of by design. We'll find out if it gets nerfed next one. If it doesn't, then, yeah, just farm up all the vault keys during Nomapaloozas. Keep getting that surplus. We already have a stack of, what, 1,300 vault keys? The other question will be if they actually nerf the vault keys themselves, which I don't feel like they'll do, because they have less incentive to, since they can also sell vault keys. So if they're nerfing something that they're selling, then that doesn't make much sense compared to nerfing the actual rate of their accumulation. What do we need here? Take that over. You pretty much need that many vault keys to get the tarot cards. True. Yeah, they definitely are balancing around that. It takes hundreds of vault keys to get even a single tarot card, and getting the correct one is also, you know, completely luck-based. You can get a little bit luckier and get it lower than that, but I feel like the average for one tarot card is around 200 vault keys. It definitely seems like it's about a 1% or half a percent chance. It might just be a solid 1%. We just get unlucky at times. Yeah, those tarot cards are going to be increasingly harder to get as more of them come into the game as well. There's currently like, what, 4 or 5 of them that are in drop table? Because the moon, did the moon come back to drop table? Yeah, it should be in drop table by now. I forgot exactly when it was. But, wait, is it, I'm actually forget, is the moon in drop table? Hold up. I can't remember if that's actually happened yet. I think it did, didn't it? It happened a couple weeks ago. Pretty sure. It's been long enough that it should have. And if it did, I think that's 4 or 5 tarot cards now in drop table. Which means trying to get one specific tarot card is pretty unlikely. Like, you're likely going through around 500 to 1,000 vault keys before you get one of every tarot card now in the current state of the game, assuming you have none of them. Which sounds like a lot of vault keys, but that's pretty much just like a few months of vault events. Or if you really heavily grind, like 1 or 2 vault events. Yeah, Moon is available. Yeah, it was available like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was just forgetting about it. It was a blah. This game's been going on so long, I'm starting to forget dates for everything now. All the way back, like 6 years back. 7-year anniversary for this game is actually around the corner. 7-year anniversary is mid-November. And I have a feeling they're going to celebrate by releasing Puzzle Quest 3. Around that time. So that they can have all their live services anniversaries around the same time. It seems pretty likely at this point because they're aiming for before the end of the year. And November seems like a very good target for before the end of the year. Because there's no way next patch is going to be the release patch. There's going to be at least one patch after next patch for release patch. Most likely. And based on the intervals of time that they normally take between patches, that basically comes out to mid-November. Assuming they do the next patch in the next week or 2. Like around the time when Gems of War has its next patch. Because we should be getting a next patch for Gems of War early October to mid-October, most likely. Hopefully not late October. Because we have 1 week where we're playing a bunch of different games that week. Because that's the week that, I think it's the second to last or last week of October. Darkest Dungeon 2 ends. The next Mario Party's coming out. Pretty hyped for that. Probably more so for Darkest Dungeon, though. The Mario Party series has been going downhill like crazy. At least this next one's literally just a remake of a bunch of old Mario Parties. So there's very little they can mess up. Though they're still trying to mess up. They're actively trying to. They're pretty good at doing that. Yeah, next Vault event will definitely kind of determine if there's any more nerfs or not. If there's no nerfs, I think we're safe of Vault event ever getting nerfed again. Hopefully. Like, so far they nerfed it literally every Vault event now. Second patch will be bug fixes, I know, right? There's more bugs than features in Puzzle Quest 3 right now. Or maybe the bugs are features. Let's see. I'll take the red for now. You only pulled 1 after 1,000? Oh gosh, that hurts. Yeah, they're pretty rare. I don't recall them being that rare, though. As I recall, it's about 1 in 200. Give or take a little. Yeah, going 1,000 with only 1 is very unlucky. What do we need here? Take that for now. Hopefully we get lucky, and of course we do not. Let's get a guard's avatar down. And that is that. Oh, I should have taken that around first. It's not too big a deal, though. Hey guys, that should be a one-shot. Also, I just realized this entire time I haven't been running armor. We haven't actually reached a point where this matters because he has 20% extra stats this week. However, he actually has more damage running pure armor than he does running the other thing. Yeah, they fixed the glitch, didn't they? Boo. No, that's such a good thing. But, oh, it's been fixed for almost a month now. I still try in hopes. But that one graphical glitch doesn't happen there anymore. It's been like that for almost a month. I do miss it though. They keep glitches in for so long that it's so weird when they are gone. Let's see if they're that down. That's a lot of damage. Also, it looks like we're going to be gaining a level this stream. Find out the code once we finish out the faction, not when we get the level, though. We'll be here for a while if we go all the way to the level. We are going to go to the level, but we're not going to hand out the redeem code at the level. Because that's probably like 30 minutes from now. Whereas the actual faction end is, should be pretty quick. This guard's avatar with 20% is just absolutely tearing through this place. And then we'll go mess with Ward Event, of course. Which we haven't even touched yet. Scoring systems for it's kind of weird. You have to like avoid one really specific room. And then all the rooms are based different points. As long as you do rarity order and remember not to take that one room, you're pretty much fine. I think it was the Eldritch that's not worth taking. I should probably go double check on the forum what even was the list before we get into it later. In several moments. Mana surge. Is that enough to kill? It is. I kind of keep forgetting too. It does have double poke. It's one of those few troops that does have double poke. Knight Coronet's one of the other ones. Oddly enough, quite a few knights that end up doing it. But particularly in Sword's Edge. It's almost like a Sword's Edge mechanic at this point. Though I think there's something somewhere else that has it as well. But yeah, because he hits 2 random enemies, he is allowed to double tap. Because if there's only one left, well, that's just one enemy. They can hit twice. I think Mister was asking you. Our hard level pretty much everywhere is 200. Except for some of the more recent ones, which have all been like 155, I believe. Also, I believe Call of Guardians that we're doing right now is at 200. This is one of the earlier ones. That or is that some kind of weird number? Whatever it's at, it's enough to keep one-shotting, that's for sure. I'm actually curious now. I know the question wasn't for us, though. But I wish there was an easier way to check it during the events. When you're in a faction event like this, you can't actually check to see what your horde level is. You have to go all the way to the faction itself, figure out where on earth it is, luckily I do know where it is, and then check your horde level, and it's 200. Which means we're getting 54, 27, 109, 108. We did it with lower than that, though, because 50% bonus didn't exist at the time for factions. So I believe we did end up doing it with 200. The main reason why we needed it so high, too, was that was one that we did potionless. Yeah, it's 200 plus 50%. Though when we did pure faction, we didn't have the 50% bonus. Because that was added at a later point, of course. Gotten a lot more stats since then. Pure factions in general are technically getting easier over time as well. Because as more time goes on, more stats come into the game. And as more stats come into the game, you don't need as many horde upgrades. Not to mention it's even easier to get horde upgrades now. Because going to something like 130 with 50% is pretty much already a 200. Whereas before you would have to go all the way to, you know, 200 to have 200. But now you could do like a 130 or so and basically effectively have what is almost 200. Or really similar stats as such. I was kind of hoping we'd have a way to take that. Because AI was normally going to ignore it. Well, I guess we technically found a way. Second turn in power. We have enough skull damage that they still died to the poke, which is nice. Rather convenient. So we're probably going to still need a few extra battles after we clear out this area. Probably not going to end up being enough. Yeah, Eldritch Guardian's the one. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was. The Eldritch one. As long as you avoid Eldritch Guardian, you're probably doing the correct room for the current world event. If you just remember to never do Eldritch Guardian. The scoring's a bit more complicated than that, but if you do that, you're probably taking the correct room. As long as you just never take Eldritch Guardian. Unless you're forced to have to, of course. Do you think it could ever be an option to transfer your account to a different platform? Due to restrictions, I would assume no, unfortunately. I don't really foresee that happening. But I wish this game had full cross-platform, would be kind of convenient. But I don't think that's going to end up happening. It's going to be really annoying for Puzzle Quest 3 too. Or the 3-2. 2-0-0, or T-O-O, I mean. You know what I mean. But, because Puzzle Quest 3 is going to have the same issue where it, like, releases on PC Mobile. And then, it's going to get console versions. And then those console versions likely will not be cross-platform with the, PC Mobile version. I still don't understand how they're even going to make the game work on console. The way the game works is nearly impossible to play with a controller. And they would have to make adjustments that is either going to make controller really bad or really overpowered. As far as Gems of War concerned, it's actually pretty balanced overall. Compared to playing with like touchscreen, keyboard, mouse, and controller. All three have their advantages and disadvantages. Oh yeah, I still never asked about switching over to VIP points. I really should at this point. I currently have them working on a different support ticket related to Puzzle Quest 3 though. So I didn't want to bog them down with asking for something from both games. Once that one gets situated, I'll probably send the Gems of War one. I've been meaning to do that for ages. I just never bothered asking them. It's not too big a deal. It's $70 with the VIP points. I don't even need anything else transferred, just the VIP points. Because obviously most of those other resources mean pretty much nothing to how many resources we have on this account. But the VIP point's still kind of helpful. Especially since I think at this point that amount of points would actually make us go to the next tier. It's like VIP 8 or something. I never thought I'd actually reach VIP 10 in this game. And yet, at this rate, I think we're like a year away from it. Let's see, where are we on VIP? After almost 7 years of playing the game, we are halfway through. Okay, that $70 actually will not end up making it go to next tier, I don't believe. But yeah, we're at 8. I think 10 was $500 something or $700 something total. I kind of forget where all the money locations are for these. I know it's a lot. This is somewhere around like 500. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere's around there. That's over the course of 7 years. Though most of it was more recently due to the battle passes, though. Those battle passes are a little pricey. The $10 one's not as bad. The $25 one can definitely add up, though. Which we have been doing recently, just so we could show stuff early and stuff like that. Plus the power orb is slightly enticing, though definitely not required. We have plenty of them through Nomapalooza, that's for sure. 2 epic vault keys is almost a joke compared to Nomapalooza. You can get that within 15 minutes from a decent Nomapalooza. Even a half-decent one's going to probably give you 1. Anyways, Let's finish out the last few battles we need here. Then we'll go hand out the code. Oh yeah, since we're going to be fighting Salty for the stream, what team do you guys think we should end up using for the Salty fight? For when we do that next week, for when she leaves. I want it to be something like really weird, but still like decent weird, but not like completely broken weird. You use Potion Team? Interesting. I'm trying to think. She's been with them for 5 years. What was meta 5 years ago? Bone Dragon? Hold up. We might need to go do a Bone Dragon first slot. Wasn't that meta 5 years ago? I'm pretty sure it was. Bone Dragon came in like year 1, year 2. It wasn't fully nerfed until like year 3 or 4, which I think is around where she was around. The Darkest Dungeon comes out, the beta comes out on your birthday? Nice. I'll need to celebrate your birthday during that stream then if you're around. But yeah, it's just the beta. It's not like fully releasing, but been hyped for it for so long that even the beta, I'll take it. It's only like 1/5 the game when it's releasing as beta, but it's still a fifth. Because they're working on it over the next year or so. Releasing in a very unfinished state. Well, obviously because it's releasing in beta. Ooh, blue purple. Nice. Well, let's go hand out a code. I said we'd do it after we get our thing, and that is our thing. And then we'll go mess with world event, get that level, go from there. Alright, clear out dailies too. I still haven't cleared out the useful deeds. We've got 4 yellow going on today. Let me just go get this code to you guys. Where on earth is the code section? Did it disappear? There it is. Why'd it move so far away? Loading, 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 loading. Loading, loading. Okay, just click refresh. Here you guys go. Here is the redeem code. If I gotta get it copied, why is it not working? There it goes. Here you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever it says right over there is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters started with WY. And give same order as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Might want to save the gem key for the next mythic because this is looking pretty good. Has a lot of Uber Doom skull mechanics, so you probably want to save it till then. And also feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot. It's greatly appreciated. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go clear our dailies real quick. And then we'll probably mess with the world event for the rest of the time then. So 2 decent dailies today, the 10 gems and the 4 yellow deeds. I do wish it was a little bit easier to make deed books though. That is still like insanely hard to end up getting. Whatever team you do, she will fight because it's you. Maybe a hero-less team to fight her. Yeah, I do want to go with like 5 year ago meta, I think. I'm trying to think of what the meta was exactly 5 years ago. We could check some of our videos around there because we were making videos back then. Something she'll remember and get a good laugh out of. We definitely have to use Bone Dragon. Let me double check. What was 5 years ago? Actually, I might as well check it on this browser right here, so we all can see. Alright, let me go check it real quick. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't like crash like crazy. You're normally just stable enough. This is a weird browser to use for that though. YouTube.com, and of course we're not logged in since it's just a default thingy. I am looking for Tacit. Tested Terror Age of Calamity. Hey, there's our stream. We covered a WarioWare video earlier today. I'm going to cover a couple of videos on it. If you see random videos on it, feel free to leave a like if you want, or just ignore it. But, yeah, I've been covering a couple things, or we'll be covering a couple things. It's the first one we end up doing. But anyways, what I want to go check is 5 years ago. Videos, oldest. Let's see. Yeah, Great Mall was broken there. 500 subs. Remember that ancient time? Let's see. 5 years ago was still over here. When Great Mall was nerfed. When Lifesteal AoE was still good. When the bots were fighting each other. Oh, that was funny. That one was really funny. Let's see. Yeah, this was about 5 years ago. Trying to think of what other teams were meta. Was it just Bone Dragon? Was this literally Bone Dragon kill everything? Also, gosh, 2.15. Remember those ancient times? Oh, hey, we were doing our Puzzle Quest stream back then, too. Around that time. Though, unlike Salty, we completed it within, I'm pretty sure, like, a week or two. Let's see. That's 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Looks like it took us about 3 weeks. Somewhere's around there. Oh yeah, remember the old art set style for this game? Gosh, let me just go into this real quick.
Hello.
This was a live stream from ancient times. Dismiss, no. Stop playing ads on my videos that were making me money. There we go. Remember this old art style? Wait, let's go back. Do you remember this ridiculously old art style? And when we had headphones? Those headphones were awful, by the way. Absolutely awful. But yeah, remember when the game looked like not this game? Look how much different the banner menu is. Ancient times. Absolutely ancient times. So many different art styles. Trying to see what the main menu thingy was again. Oh yeah, what team are we even using right now? I'm not even paying attention. Oh yeah, remember when Mercy was good? Oh, this might have been when Guard's Avatar recently came out. That's funny. Once again, we have returned back to Guard's Avatar. Also, remember when... Oh, remember when 4 times speed didn't exist? This was normal speed for the game. I thought I was watching in slow motion for a second. When... Are we just messing with Guard's Avatar? I don't recall Guard's Avatar being that meta around this time. Yeah, pure Dragon Team was. Back when stats were lower. Dragon Soul was amazing when it came out. Like, ridiculously good. Still is an early game, but it falls off later in the game. Oh yeah, Kraken used to be really broken around this time. Draculus as well. So the Corvesh Draculus. Valkyrie at one point was the only way to gain souls. I think by this point there was another way to gain more souls. But for about a year, or a little over a year, she's like the only really viable method. I think by now there were more methods though, but people are still using Valkyrie build. Because from like 2014 to like 2016, like early 2016, you basically were forced into Valkyrie. But then you still had like half a year to mess around with it, so. Interesting. Also, I just realized what this one ad is. That's funny on my video. But anyways, yeah, so Bone Dragon was still kind of meta, I'm pretty sure, around that time. A lot of true damage was, though. Trying to do a true damage build would be kind of weird. I don't know. We'll figure out some team. I definitely want Bone Dragon to be one of it. Let's see. Let's figure out our Salty Defend team. We'll figure it out throughout this week, one troop at a time. What do I overwrite it on? Let's put it over here. Salty Defend team. I'll figure out the perfect team. It doesn't fit. I'm gonna call it Defend T. We're gonna fight her with T. You know for sure we gotta go Bone Dragon. It's not even a question. That troop used to be so iconic. We need to throw a Queen Mab too. You know what? Gotta put a Queen Mab in there. Hold up. We're going all old meta. We'll figure out the rest as later. 100% Bone Dragon Queen map. The other two are in question though. Anyways, what am I looking for? We did that, we did that. Let me go claim the gems. Out of Salty. That's a pretty good name too. Wonder if the code from back then still works? No. Definitely not. You sure can try though if you want. But yeah, that code definitely does not work. Yeah, she does really love Gorgulfa. But that'd be a very slow battle having a Gorgulfa versus a Gorgulfa. If nothing else, us uses Bone Dragon makes it more likely she'll win, and then she'll feel better. Like, there's no way Bone Dragon's gonna kill through Gorgulfa. What troop did Salty introduce on her first stream? I have not the slightest clue. Like, she didn't start streaming until, like, year 3. Or, you know, like 2 years or so into the company or so, or like a year or so. Like, it wasn't something immediate. I think she's only been streaming for, like, 3 years. Despite being with the company for, like, 5 years or so. Because I know when we started streaming, she wasn't streaming. For at least, like, a year or two after. Yeah, Crimson Bat used to be like a absolute must-have back in the day. These days, it's pretty underwhelming though. There's so many better true damages in it. It still has a rather unique instance where if Divines ever become meta, it's a decent Divine counter. It can deal 4 times damage to Divines if they're both damage and, you know, a Divine. So if you simply just go and damage their Divines, you can hit 4 times Skull on them with Crimson Bat. The big issue with it though is it has no score reduction or anything else to go with it. No skull spam, no board control. Which is a little bit weird for a tank. Because even something like Web Spinner has at least some amount of board control. Like if you're in a desperate situation, you just cast his ability and it loops a little bit and can possibly cycle through his skull. You can't do that with Crimson Bat. And the amount of HP it gains in the current state of the game is really low because I believe it's like a static 16 or 18. Which back in the day was pretty decent, but you know, these days is pretty much 0. When you're dealing with higher stats. At least Dracula still gains his full amount. But then he just gets super tanky and has nothing really else to do other than just kind of be somewhat tanky. Right, we did that, we did that, we did that. We claimed everything from here, correct? Other than the last few battles, we want to go do them, but we'll let it be. Oh, and we gained our level too. 1 event key, 100 glory. All the normal stuff. Anyways, let's go do the ward event. Hey, let me go claim the medals. I was like, wait, why don't I have any medals here? I'm looking for the Topaz Light. I am looking for claim all. Give me all that. Wait, we didn't get a medal out of it? Really? Oh, there it goes. Okay, it did get medaled. Never mind. I see. Okay. So that'll be our build. And let's go pick up the team for Monday. Copy that. Put that into our team. Gosh, a lot of cards avatar usage this week, though he does have 20% stats. It works for pretty much every game mode this week, so kind of convenient. Except for a bounty hunter, you won't want to use him for that. You theoretically could. Oh no, I wanted to. Never mind. Wait, was my team already correct? Oh, never mind. My team was already correct. False alarm. All's good. I accidentally did the correct thing because I actually didn't need to paste my team. It was already there. I unintentionally did it correctly. The best way to do it. What are we even accumulating right now? It looks like some kind of soul orb. Wizard souls. It literally is a soul. Wizard souls. Well, at least the object looks like what it is. They normally do. Oh, so hello, Bazooka. Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. She has Gems of War videos from 4 years back. Still can't imagine Salty being around for so long. It'll be sad to see her go. Who's going to communicate with us? How are we going to be able to communicate with the devs now that they're not ever around? That was amazing when Surian and Nimhane used to be around the forums like every single day. But then that became Salty's job. And now whose job will that be? Who is going to listen to all of our problems with the game? Of which there are many still. That's still a great game. Let's see, Eldritch Guardian. Apparently we have to take an Eldritch Guardian by force. We don't have a choice. Her first stream was going over Silverglade's questline. What's a fun Silverglade mana accumulator? Oh, we gotta do Elspeth. We have to do Elspeth. We have to. That's not even a question. There's gonna be such a weird team. Now we need to figure out what on earth even puts this team together. Oh, we have to do Elspeth. How do you spell her name? I'm literally saying it. I have no clue how to spell it. Empower. Let's see. How is this not even helping? Oh, is it something Elspeth? Yeah, it is. That's why I can't find her, Princess Elspeth. That would explain it. Okay, now we need a red-green. Should we have one good troop on the team? Because I'm thinking Lord of Slaughter right now. We need something with red-green that puts this team together. Yeah, Draculus when he was meta. One of the boss troops just for the sake of it. Luther. Nah, there's no room for Luther on this team. Gotta make it cover every color. The AI's too dumb otherwise. Ketris back when he was meta. Marilith. The good old Marilith. It's basically a Thrall. The concern is who on else is Princess Elspeth gonna kill. Wait. What's it considered? Kill them? That counts as instant kill, doesn't it? I've never actually tested this. Hold up. I'm actually not sure before I go change banner or anything. Is this a thing? I've never bothered using Elspeth on a troop that has immune to kill on my own team. Is that a thing? I've never bothered testing that. Mostly because there's never really been a need to, ever. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not. We're about to find out. The chance of it specifically hitting is so ridiculously unlikely, though, since it's under AI control. Okay, that is a thing. Interesting. Oh, the more you know. That kind of makes sense that it would, but there are some mechanics that do bypass things. Like, for example, there's a troop that deals damage directly to HP that actually hits through barrier and stuff like that. There are some exceptions sometimes. But, yeah, you can actually do that with Elspeth. That's kind of interesting. Not sure if that's going to be the team, but we're leaving at that for now. Anyways, let's go back to the World event a little. Is there no tier 5 room in Hall of Guardians? No. It's one of the earlier ones, so it has a weird format. Whereas most factions these days don't have a tier 1 room. A lot of the really old factions don't have a tier 5. But yeah, Hall of Guardians doesn't have one. Actually, it might be the only faction in the game without a tier 5. Because I can't recall another. Yeah, we have this thing. I almost keep forgetting he's even on our team. We can go for the beefy buff. It also gives it full mana, though in that particular instance that did basically nothing. Basically nothing. Alright, I'll go get a Mercy down for now. Oh, well, that's pretty lucky. Just go take our yellow, get our guard down, that's dead. Also, I think we have to do like 12 battles until it starts getting to the next section. Or is it 15? It's really annoying. I think we have to do a 15 and then another 15. So we technically don't start getting to the real battles until 31 battles in. With how it's set up this week, which is kind of horrible. I don't think we're going to do that many right now, though. Save it for tomorrow since, we'll still do some Arc, of course, today. But I mean, as far as the bulk of it, because the only other thing we have going on is pretty much the pet event. The pet that we're getting is Divine bonus. Overall, a decent bonus. Divines aren't used too much in the current state of the game. Divine Spell Equivalent's still pretty meta, though. Of course, you do have to use at least 3 unique Divines on your team to end up getting the bonus from it. And generally at that point, you're kind of just going pure Divine. The overall bonus they end up getting isn't really too exciting. It's not one of the stronger ones, that's for sure. Divines is a type, yes, but the bonus is, I believe it's just durability, if I'm not mistaken. Might be a little bit of magic, but I'm pretty sure it's almost entirely durability, which isn't horrible. But I personally feel like Divine Spell Equivalent's one of the only few Divine teams really use these days. As far as like really heavy Divine. Of course, theoretically, this is a Divine team right now too, other than the one human on it. But as far as ones that are ran for almost anything, Divine Spell Equivalent's one of those like the last few. They were never really that good at factions. I know when factions first came out, some of the first things I was messing around with, I did see that. My brain kind of failed there for a second. I was like, oh, I'll go take that. And it's like, oh, I want to cast this instead, but then I forgot to take the extra turn. But anyways, Divines, when factions first came out, was actually what I was running for the factions at the time. I think I was actually doing a Guard's Avatar build, oddly enough, or something similar. Or one of the other metas that was for Divine at the time. And it was like working, but you know, once you get to a certain level, it just completely falls off. And then it's like, oh yeah, we're going to need upscaling methods. Because of course that wasn't really much of a thing prior to factions existing. Oh gosh, it's getting a double turn on us. Imagine if it did a double turn into a double turn. But that wasn't really much of a thing at the time, like having something that could upscale. So it kind of completely changed how you had to build a bit. And then we actually got proper options like Megavore and Iron Gut. And then the second Iron Gut came out. It was like, okay, well, we're just building Iron Gut now forever. And to this day, we still build Iron Gut. Because Megavore, which has insta-kill, came out, as well as Armor Tear, but mostly the insta-kill, came out, I believe, 2 months after, it was like September, it came out in August. So yeah, almost a month, 2 months after Factions came out. And then about 3 to 4 months later, we end up getting Iron Gut. And then once we got Iron Gut, you pretty much never use anything other than Iron Gut for Factions, for the most part. It actually ended up coming in a month earlier than initially anticipated too. Because one of the other troops had some kind of glitch with it. Which oddly enough, I think was Phoenicia around that time. Phoenicia wasn't meta at the time, but she was brought in around the time of Iron Gut. It's supposed to be the week before, but I think it came the month after. Not the week after. I keep saying week instead of month. No problem for the code, Hung. Also, hello, welcome. If anyone else has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. I'm kind of rambling all over the place right now. Brain's moving everywhere. I think that WarioWare game might be messing with it. It gets so absurdly quick-paced. It's making my brain think of too many things all over the place too quickly. It's really fun, though. Very stimulating. Stimulate your senses. Let's see, I'll throw that down. Oh yeah, this one's worth more than the other one, isn't it? I should probably be taking this one and not Eldritch Guardian. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta use Princess Elspeth against her. 100%. Like everything that we have set on the team except for whatever that last one was, we're definitely keeping. Because I'm not sure if I'll use Enraged Carindor on it. Not sure what our fourth troop will be, but the other three will remain what they are. Oh, we were in our first stream? When was her first stream, by the way? Like, in terms of years and months? Let's see, we need this one. This one's worth more than ellcarjen. Everything's worth more than Guardian. All of the rooms. We were lurking in her chats. Yeah, there weren't that many other streamers at the time either during that time. Could have stayed there storing too many people that stream Gems of War. Like, I'm pretty sure that number is still in single digits. And we're about to lose one of them. Since obviously Salty won't be doing it anymore after her last stream next week. That's one of the weird things too. No one who like originally streamed Gems of War is still doing it other than me. Like every other person who was doing it like ages ago ended up stopping. Because Salty was like the second longest at this point. And then she's also gone. Let's see, we got a Mercy down. Get the guard in there. Oh, we really need that mana accumulation burst. If you could stop reviving, that'd be great. We don't even have a alignment here. It's good to take a yellow. 1 mana shorts. We'll get off the Doom Skull. Really? That Doom Skull doesn't even do it? Okay, fine. We'll overkill you. Feel like that. We shall overkill you with the buff for 4 damage. There's a couple other streamers in other languages, oddly enough, too, for Gems of War. I'm not aware of most of them. I'm not sure how long some of them have been going. Mostly because they don't really show up on YouTube algorithm because it's in a completely different language. I think this will be a last battle for now. Oh, it says 4 years ago, doesn't say month. So that sounds about correct. Anyways, guys. Oh, let me take tribute. Come on, 24 gems. I almost called it. 22, we're getting there. Close enough. Anything above 20, I'm pretty happy with. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it a night for now. As per usual, we will be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night with Gems of War. We will be doing the class event. Oh, not the class event. That's Thursday. We'll be doing the Divine Bird. The Peace Pigeon, I believe it's called, right? Let me see the icon. Yeah, Peace Pigeon. So we have that for Divine bonus tomorrow. We'll be messing around with probably completing Outworld event, or at least all of our battles with nothing else. And we'll go from there. And of course, Thursday we got the class event, and this weekend we got ourselves Bounty Hunter with a new Missive Scales troop coming into the game. Which also reminds me, I should probably go get this place to level 16. So much so, I'm actually going to do it right now, just to get it done. The reason I'm doing this is because the next objective that's going to tell us to do is, let's see if I can find a 23-star kingdom to show it. So the next objective it's going to tell us to do is, that's not where you check, is to go and upgrade Golvania to level 16, or sorry, the other kingdom to level 16. And if we don't do that, it'll keep giving me an annoying event key offer in the offer section over here, which is a completely useless, never worth buying offer because it's only 1 event key and not 2. And even if it was 2 event keys, I probably wouldn't even get it because, you know, we don't really need event keys. It was gem keys maybe, like 3 gem keys for it. But for that reason, I should probably go do this before I forget to do this at a later point, because I know for sure I will. So there we go, 16 star. And, or sorry, level 16, not 16 star. And that will make it so we don't have to deal with that annoying factor. And there we go. So now when we get that Mr. Scales troop this Friday, we won't need to worry about the bad offer on Saturday or anytime going forward. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching as always. Greatly appreciated. And I'll see you later this week.